Let's have a look at a reliable witness of the Book of Mormon, more specifically at Isaac Hale, father-in-law of Joseph Smith. We will examine Isaac's Hale affidavit in detail. I first became acquainted with Joseph Smith, Jr. in November 1825. His occupation was that of seeing or pretending to see by means of a stone placed in his hat, and his hat closed over his face. His appearance at this time was that of a careless young man. Young Smith made several visits at my house, and at length asked my consent to his marrying my daughter Emma. This I refused. Not long after this he returned, and while I was absent from home, carried off my daughter into the state of New York, where they were married without my approbation or consent. Smith stated to me that he had given up what he called glass-looking, and that he expected to work hard for a living. Soon after this, I was informed they had brought a wonderful book of plates down with them. I was shown a box. I was allowed to feel the weight of the box. However, I was not allowed to look. I informed him that if there was anything in my house of that description, which I could not be allowed to see, he must take it away. Martin Harris and Smith began to interpret the characters or hieroglyphics. It was said that Harris wrote down 116 pages and lost them. Martin Harris informed me that he must have a greater witness, and said that he had talked with Joseph about it. Joseph would go into the woods where the Book of Plates was. Harris should follow his track in the snow and find the book and examine it for himself. Harris informed me afterwards that he could not find the plates. The manner in which he, Joseph Smith, pretended to read and interpret was the same as when he looked for the money diggers, with the stone in his hat and his hat over his face, while the Book of Plates were at the same time hid in the woods. I conscientiously believe, from the facts I have detailed, that the whole Book of Mormon is a silly fabrication of falsehood and wickedness, got up for speculation, and with a design to dupe the credulous and unwary, and in order that its fabricators might live upon the spoils of those who swallowed the deception. Conclusion: it is clear that Isaac Hale is a reliable witness, since many of his statements can be verified. For example, Isaac explains the translation process, seer stone in a hat, that Smith has used as confirmed by official LDS sources. Isaac was not selected as a witness since he exposed the Book of Mormon as fraud.